my channel, The Smiling Storyteller, where I, Priyanka, strive to bring to you stories that resonate deeply with our society, particularly those with women and history. But consider today's video as a more heart-to-heart conversation because I really do not know what to name it. But I have the strong desire to discuss this topic because I have always thought about this topic for the longest. I have always thought that I would want to discuss this with a lot of people, and especially today my video is for the youngsters out there. If you come across this video, I insist that you must watch. So the topic is beauty, and I know that you're interested in it. But I want to discuss about beauty that is an overrated expression. Beauty that has evolved into being something that does not bring joy to us anymore. Beauty that is perpetuated by a sea of beauty content creators, and beauty that is often reduced to a mere physical appearance. Yes, that's true. Because as I said, beauty for me was a state that used to bring joy, but now I think it has become something that has started imprisoning most of us. Am I looking beautiful? Am I beautiful? Is she more beautiful than me? Am I looking beautiful in this dress? Will this dress make me look more beautiful? Or if I lose weight, then I'll be more pretty? Or my hair, my skin, my wardrobe, everything is being scrutinized on social media, offline in the society, and also within the peer groups, don't you think? And also, somehow, without realizing, we are in this frenzied competition to look the most beautiful in all the social gatherings. Forget social gatherings, even when you want to step out to the marketplace or you want to just get a simple trivial chore done, you want to look a certain way because we want to prove a point that we are beautiful. No? Why? Why? Because beauty has become an overrated expression. Because we now are constantly bombarded with reels, messages, images that prioritize physical appearance more than anything else. Because we are at the verge of forgetting, or maybe some of us have totally forgotten, that there are more important things than looking beautiful or that physical appearance. Maybe that could be what kind of a person are you, and what impact do you have in your, around your surroundings, on the world, on the society. Why I'm so aggressive when it comes to this topic of superficial beauty and the way it's being promoted everywhere these days is because it's my own personal experience. The more you conform to certain appearances, the more energy you drain. The more you want to get trapped into this never-ending cycle of striving for an ideal, that ideal keeps on changing. And it will leave you exhausted, it will leave you feeling tired, and it will leave you feeling clueless that where exactly are you leading. And I have no vendetta against beauty content creators. I'm not here to slam them, but I definitely have a question to ask, that where exactly are you taking us? See, all these influencers, these celebrities, all famous celebrities like Alia Bhatt, Deepika Padukone, Kareena Kapoor, Janhvi Kapoor, and whoever is your favorite, or let's call it for social media influencers like Komal Pandey, Malvika Sitlani. They are so amazing beauty content creators out there. We need to understand that they are doing their job by looking a certain way or by managing a certain lifestyle. Now the problem is not with what they are doing or with what kind of lifestyle they have. The problem is how are we perceiving them? because to my eyes and to my understanding, it is negatively impacting a lot many youngsters here in the society. I will not be the first person to tell you this, but I would want to reiterate that what you see as polished images, perfect appearances, they're often a result of a group of people named designers, photographers, stylists, makeup artists, and a lot goes into digital editing also. So what you see out there in the virtual world as a curated highlight reels, this is their job, what they're doing, and we totally forget to differentiate between that reality and our own reality, that's their job and it's our own well-being. And when we forget to draw that boundary, starts this entire drill where we affect and deeply impact our own mental health. Let's take Cannes Festival as an example. For a month we have been discussing and celebrating some physical appearances of actresses. Some were celebrated and some were brutally trolled. And it was all for how did they look, how pretty were they, how beautiful they looked. And I hardly see better discussions on what Cannes Festival is all about. The films, the cultural exchanges, the awards. That was hardly spoken about because majority of us are now interested in the discussions that lead us to judge whether that person looked beautiful enough. Let's take example of these celebrities since we're talking about them. Let's take Priyanka Chopra for an instance. She walks into a room. The first thing that will strike will be her physical appearance. We'll discuss it. We'll be in awe. We'll either celebrate that or we'll criticize that. But do you really think if it weren't for her acting skills, her communication skills, her talent, her values, her ambitions, her passions, she will be what she is? Do you really think Priyanka Chopra is all about that beauty? And there's no hard work and there's no passion and there's no efforts, there's no struggle? And I'm just taking Priyanka Chopra for an instance. Any celebrity that you would want to talk about. And if those are your idols just because they are beautiful. And you know, I have discussed this many a times in my peer groups also. The relevance of this superficial beauty, the relevance of getting into this race of looking the most beautiful. And the answers that I get are also very bizarre. Like for example, one of my colleagues once upon a time told me that physical appearance is very important to get a job. Alright, I will entertain this idea for once. Let's assume that you really have to look beautiful to land a job, and let's believe that you even ace that interview solely based on your physical appearance, though in reality it happens very rarely. But accepting that it does happen to you, that you get a job because of your physical appearance, what do you think, how will you survive that job? How much your physical appearance will help you to continue with that job? Physical appearance will only help you to a certain extent, and rest will be your talent. One of my another friend once told me that, you know, she has to look beautiful because she wants to get into a relationship, and to get into a relationship she has to look her best. all right. And what I told her was that you might get into the relationship because of your physical appearance, and I believe that it started in the wrong note. If you are getting into a relationship because somebody else is beauty or somebody else is handsome, then it's starting on the wrong foot. But assuming that does start, you will no longer be able to continue or survive or make that relationship blossom, because there's too much that goes into a relationship apart from you being beautiful or pretty or handsome. There's trust, there's companionship, there's understanding, there's efforts, there's compromise, there's honesty, there's loyalty. There's too much that goes into a relationship to work. And then one of my another friend once told me that if she will look the best, she'll attract so many friends in the college. Where are you getting these ideas from? If you think that you looking good will attract lot many friends, then those all will be of no use, because friendship requires so many other things than just looking pretty and looking good and dressing good. And if somebody tells you that, oh, looking beautiful is all about confidence and gives you confidence, then it's the biggest lie that somebody is telling you. Because then your entire being focuses only on looking good and you forget the rest. Because confidence does not primarily come from beauty. There are so many other factors that you need to focus upon. And it doesn't sound very harsh on the surface, because what we think that we are seeing online through reels, through videos, get ready with me, for brunches, for dates, for office, for summers, for winters, it doesn't sound harsh on the surface, but deep down it does impact your mental health. It does impact your self-esteem, and it's not only me that thinks so. There are many research, many studies being published in and through platforms like body image, like cyber psychology, behavior and social networking, like International Journal on Eating Disorders, like the Royal Society for Public Health in UK, like BMC Public Health. All these platforms have published so many studies and research that highlight that if we are so much dependent on beauty influencers nowadays online, there are so much of chances that we lead ourselves to anxiety and depression, that we lead ourselves to lower our own self-esteem. We might increase, or we might have chances of developing eating disorders, that we might form body dysmorphia. For younger audience especially, that they may develop negative mental health outcomes. And it's happening because all we want to do is to look a certain way, to meet a certain beauty standard, to meet a certain beauty norm. How many of you think, like for example, if you're in a group, how many of you question yourself, just you ask yourself, am I looking the best here? You touch your hair multiple times, you touch your lips multiple times, you tuck your tummy in to get into the best pose, to look a certain way. And then when you come back home and when you're about to sleep, you have these thoughts coming into your head, asking you whether you look the perfect, whether you look the most beautiful, the most pretty, are your pictures perfect? And you are trapped into this cycle, this endless cycle of looking perfect, that you do not even realize that you are compromising with your own emotional well-being, that you have come into a habit of frequently telling yourself that you're not pretty enough, that whenever you stand in front of the mirror, you just wait for the day when you will actually look the perfect. That day will never come. But what will come, or what can come, will be deeper impacts on your health, whether it's emotional health, your physical health, your mental health. Long story short, my friends out there, whoever is watching it, you need to curb this obsession of looking a certain way. And trust me, even if you look a certain way today, that trend will change tomorrow. Instead, here today, I don't want to plea to beauty content creators because they are doing what they can do, right? But my plea is to the viewers, the people who watch these kinds of content. You watch, I have nothing against this content, but what I have for you people is to understand, number one is that you're already beautiful in whatever shape, size, skin color, hair color, skin texture, hair texture you are in. You're already beautiful. Number two, that you need not follow any particular trend, because that trend will change tomorrow and you will find yourself trapped. Number three, you need to realize that these beauty influencers, content creators, celebrities out there, they are earning from this. They're earning well. But what are you getting? And if you tell me that, oh, we are getting the pretty face, I ask you, and then what? And yes, I also want to tell you that if you really want to become a makeup artist, you want to become a beautician, definitely follow these videos. But if your passion lies elsewhere, do not waste your time on watching these trends. To all these youngsters, to all my fellow friends, boys, girls, all genders, I insist that instead of focusing on the superficial beauty being perpetuated these days and getting conditioned to think a certain way so that you look a certain way, you rather cultivate your values, you hone your talents, you develop your skills. Because realize one thing, beautiful is subjective, it has been subjective, it will always be subjective. But remember that beautiful will always sound beautiful when you're successful. So let your ambitions drive you first. Be better, use your brain, beauty झक मार के पीछे आएगी. So next time if you come across people who just talk about beauty, who tell you to look a certain way, tell them that you are beautiful and so are they. If somebody tells you to lose weight to look beautiful, tell them that I am beautiful and so are you. If you think that people around you are always talking about beauty, just shut them up for some time and tell them that you're perfect. Because if you are not going to do this, then the harsh trolling of that 10th topper of UP board will become a new normal. Because I think it already has become a new normal, but we need to stop it somewhere, and it will stop when we stop. So watch content wisely and make yourself a better person by focusing on the right factor, right area in your life. And I'm pretty sure you're going to go places. So thanks for watching. I will be back with another video. Till then, you keep smiling, spread a lot of smiles, and I'll see you some other day. Take care.